Welcome to Digital Rat Gear, where we bring you reviews and tips about digital rat gear for music production, and our first video for 2023. Today we're going to make some predictions about what we see coming over 2023 and 2024 for music gear and digital rat gear in particular. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe. The channel is growing. I think we'll hit 300 subscribers very soon. And then we're on the march to 1,000 subscribers. I'm really hoping we can reach there by the end of July, if we can do that. So please, if you love the content, please smash the like button. Please subscribe and also share if you think this is going to be of value to other people in your community and in your sphere. What prompted this video is recently I upgraded a piece of older digital rat gear. It is a Digitech TSR-24S that was made in the 90s. It was a flagship product for Digitech, and if you are interested in me doing a video on that particular unit, then please pop in a like and a comment below. There is an excellent video by Leon Todd, a fellow Australian, and I will drop a link to his video below as well. Leon's an excellent guitarist, and he does a number of examples utilizing guitar and showing what it can do for a guitar player. If I was to do a video on the TSR-24S, I'd probably look to do something different because Leon did such a great job. So I'd do probably something in context for a mix, how the reverbs and effects work in a mix. So if that's of interest to you, please drop a comment below. So I was upgrading this TSR-24S with an add-on board which effectively doubles the memory of the unit. So it allows you to have longer delay times and also use more effects. It took quite a while to get the board from overseas. Installation was very straightforward, and I'll show you here what that looked like. So I've upgraded the board, and I was thinking, well, is there going to be a trend to look for gear like this where we can maybe increase the value by increasing the capability of pieces of equipment? And I thought through all the pieces of equipment that I've got, and there are actually not that many which are upgradable. There are a handful that I can think of where you can upgrade them. One example is actually the Eventide H3000, where you can upgrade the ROM chips and turn a 3000 into a 3500 or a DSE. There are the Lexicon Jamman. You can increase the amount of memory that you've got in a Jamman. But across a whole broad range of equipment that I've got, certainly, and I'm aware of, it's not that common to be able to upgrade. However, I was thinking maybe there's going to be a trend in that regard. So this got me thinking about what are the trends likely to be for 2023-24. Without getting too boring, I can see that there are going to be some economic challenges ahead. There's plenty of videos on YouTube which speak to the inflation that we've got and the difficulty in supply chain and manufacturing, which will affect supply of new product development as well. So there's likely to be a number of trends over the next couple of years with regards to digital rat gear. So I just want to run through those with you. So first of all, I can see there being a growth in repair and maintenance of digital gear in particular to support the lifespan of the older gear. This is going to be a direct reaction to less new product coming on the market. And I see that happening. So Eventide managed to buck the trend by releasing the H90. And they have a video which actually explains the challenges and difficulties they had in actually bringing that product to market in light of the supply chain issues, development challenges, being in lockdown and so on. It's actually a very good video. I'll post the link below. The interesting thing is going to be over the next 2 years, because of economic challenges, it's not only going to affect the market and the buyers who could potentially afford to buy new equipment, but also the manufacturers as well. So I think we're going to see less new product being released over the next 2 years. It's going to be more challenging for manufacturers to do so. So I can actually see a lot more interest occurring in the used market and people making best use of the equipment they already have or the equipment that's already been released to market, especially at the lower end where it's more affordable. So what that also means is there's going to be more demand, I believe, for digital rack gear from the 90s, 2000s, and a resurgence, if you like, in interest in that equipment. I think we've already seen a little bit of a trend in that. We saw Josh Scott try and do a review of a piece of rack equipment recently. We've got other YouTubers who are also focusing on it, amongst other things, and diversifying their view. This channel, of course, focuses on digital rack gear. This is the place to come. The focus on resources and effective use of resources, I think, is going to see a real resurgence in repair and maintenance of older gear so that we're maximizing the benefit of that. This repair and maintenance trend is seen in other industries. The fashion industry has, over the last 6 months, there's been a lot of articles online about how major brands are investing in a repair service, whereas previously the fashion industry has very much relied on a buy the latest thing, just like the music industry. But in the fashion industry, waste is actually quite a massive issue, whereas we're not that wealthy in the music industry. So that's the first trend, repair and maintenance of gear. The second trend I can see emerging is in build-it-yourself equipment. Now, in the early days of recording, in-house engineers would build a lot of the equipment that recording studios would use. And generally, the less wealthy the country, the more hands-on and do-it-yourself those engineers would be. Post-World War II, England was not a wealthy country. It was suffering for decades after World War II. America was where the money was. So you would have English engineers building more equipment and modifying equipment that was bought from overseas. And I can see there being a real trend over the next 2 years of a vast increase in the DIY movement. So if you are interested in the hands-on approach to development of gear, I can see there being a real opportunity for you over the next 2 years in particular. And a good example of this is actually in the 500 series format, where you can build preamps, you can buy kits and so on. I can only see that increasing, and I can see potential for increasing use of digital components and digital modules where you can potentially assemble it yourself. So look out for that as a trend. I can see that happening more in 2024. But there's definitely going to be growth in that 500 series and similar formats in the DIY area. So there's 2 predictions there for 2023-24. Let me know your thoughts on that. If you do like this, like the content here on the channel, please do subscribe, and I look forward to bringing you more digital rack gear very soon.